Unless you've been sleeping under a rock, you probably know that the Airbus A380 made its North American debut with landings in New York City and Los Angeles. Now, this was a big deal, at least for Airbus. Lucky for us, we snagged some tickets for a test ride on the behemoth, which could, depending on how it's configured, hold more than 800 passengers. By the way, those engines you see right there, the thrust they give this baby is twice that of an 8-engine B-52 bomber. All right, no point in staring at this thing. Let's get on. Do you know where the hot tub is? The hot tub. That's certainly not a hot tub. Do you know where the hot tub is?
During takeoff and landing, please ensure your tray table is stowed and your seat back is in the upright position.
We wish you a pleasant flight.
Now, this could be the thrill ride of the future. While the A380 might not have the iconic good looks of the 747, she lifted off the tarmac quietly and oh so quickly, mere seconds. It almost feels as if those Rolls-Royce engines might have been overbuilt. This is no cruise ship. This is the aft staircase on the A380 Super Jumbo from Airbus. It's the biggest jet that's ever flown. It's like two 777s stacked on top of each other. But listen, size isn't everything. This is show and tell. We're here to talk about the technology on this plane. Let's have a look. One of the things that's notable about this aircraft is the sound difference. Tell me a bit about that.
Well, that's new technology. Technology in the new generation of engines, of course the aerodynamic technology, and not to mention the wing. But we have about 100 to 150 more passengers on board than a 747, yet we're making half the noise.
Communications.
This is a wired airplane. It's a fly-by-wire airplane. There's over 500 kilometers of wiring on this airplane alone. That's over 300 miles. This is the flagship of the 21st century.
The Sync's infrared. Other than that, not much difference in the technology in the restroom. In fact, there's not much difference in the technology on the plane that I can tell. I've seen all this stuff before. The thing about the 380 is that it is wired all the way through, and if the airline that you're going to fly on decides to put things like broadband internet access on the plane, then you'll be able to use it. Here's the thing, we get on a plane like this and we think of maybe the future of passenger air flight. I look at this plane, I see it's got power ports here, dual voltage power ports. It's got a plug-in for what looks like an Ethernet and a USB.
Yeah.
You've made the plane capable of all of these things?
The plane is capable of all of these things, then the technology has to develop and I think it has to become accessible from a price point of view. You want all of that, paying not very much money for those.
Why don't airlines embrace that? Because clearly you're telling me this plane is wired for pretty much anything anybody wants to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. It is, and it'll be up to the airline or to the suppliers to develop systems for wideband connection and internet and things like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you could enjoy this very special flight today with this great weather situation and have here a great time on board of this fantastic Airbus A380.
It is big. There's no disputing that. In fact, you've probably heard all the stats about how long it is and how tall it is. Here's one for you. There are more than 4 million individual parts that make up this plane. It's a technological marvel. But if you're a tech geek like me, most of the technology you're going to feel is in the flying of this plane, in the engineering. Until airlines decide that planes are mobile communication centers, well, this one feels a lot like any other modern aircraft. Gotta keep looking for that hot tub. I'm Ali Belsham.